Hi, it's Ashley from AB Sound Advice. Today we are doing a product preview on the brand new Massive Audio H7CPAW wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. And wow, this is one sensational unit. So as always, we will quickly I'm going to do it slightly different today. We'll just quickly go through some of the features and the specifications before we actually look at the unit. So first off, obviously wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, 7-inch touchscreen, multiple preset EQs, so jazz, rock, pop, and classic, Bluetooth wireless hands-free function, Bluetooth audio streaming, compatible with audio output of iPhone, smartphones, MP3 players, and compatible with FLAC, WAV, MP3, and WHA. AM/FM tuner, AV-in, supports DSP-10 bands, and it's got a micro SD slot, 2 standard USB interface, support front-rear camera input, and 80 watts by 4, so effectively a 320 watt amp built in. So this is a great little unit if you've got no room to put an amp in the car, a 4-channel amp. This thing here, you can put some decent quality speakers front and rear, run it off the unit, and then add a subwoofer if you want to with a separate amplifier, if that's what you'd like to do. Now for the specification side, power input is from 8.5 volt through to 18, so quite a good variance on that one. Nominal is 14.4, which would be about right. Power consumption 15 amp, fuse type 15 amp. Specifications just standard DIN size. Operating temperature from -4 to 140 Fahrenheit, so pretty wide on that too. Screen size 7-inch, aspect ratio 16.9, and it is also 1024 by 600 resolution, and it's using a TFT LED active matrix screen, and as I said, max power 80 watt by 4. Acceptable speaker load between 4 and 8 ohm. Again, that's quite a reasonable variance. And 5 EQ settings: jazz, hip hop, pop, rock, and R&B. You also have EQ bands adjustable, and also a boost EQ cut. Preamp amplifier, 3 sets of RCA, so we've got front, rear, subwoofer out, all 4 volt out. The sub, you can be set at 50 Hz, 80, 120, and 160. Sub level from +1 through to 14 dB. Radio frequencies 87.5 through to 108, and frequency range 522 kHz to 170 kHz for the AM. It also has a US range of 100 Hz, another US range, and also a Europe range of the 50 kHz spacing. Apple CarPlay, supporting iPhone 5 or newer, and the OS of operating system of 7.1 or newer. The Android Auto is 6.0 or newer. And USB, we've got a USB high speed. You've also got a USB port 1, which is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto if you want to use the cable. And of course the second one could be used for media, or it can be used for charging and that sort of thing. And then USB micro, we've got a max of 32 gigabyte, and file system is FAT32. Audio playback, we've got MP3, WMA, and WAV FLAC. Video playback, we can do AVI, MKV, and WMV. And we've also picture playback with JPEG, PMG, and obviously BMP. Now, of course, all files listed, compressed files, are not guaranteed depending on the creation methods, and obviously anyone in computer land will understand that. And the Bluetooth version, we're dealing with version 4.2 plus E.D.R, and we're using audio codec S.B.C, and that is effectively all the specifications. Now, I've already got the unit playing under Apple CarPlay at the moment, but we'll just go through also the accessories that come with it. We get the GPS antenna, which you make sure that's attached to the back. You can see there underneath. It also comes with the sticky tab, which just goes onto there. Best location for that is on the top of your dash. So try not to put it under the dash, on the top of the dash facing the sky, dead center. if that's permitted in your vehicle, but pretty well you'll see a lot of cars actually, you'll see that's where it already is. So that'll just sit on the front of your dash dead center, and that's your GPS antenna. Also comes with a hands-free microphone, little boom on the end. So again, center where the mirror is, center of the vehicle, best location for any feedback or any problems with reception or crackling, all that sort of stuff. Dead center where the mirror is on the front of your car's best location for that. Side mounting brackets. Most vehicles you'll be able to use the existing kits. Also comes with a full owner's manual, which you can see there, and again everything's inside the unit. As mentioned, brand new model, only just come out, so finding information on it at this stage won't be on any websites, but eventually we'll find the information on hifihq.co.nz for New Zealand, or hifihq.com.au for Australia, or massiveaudio.com. And as I said, it may be a few weeks before this appears, so if you can't find it, unfortunately this video will be the only thing at this point we can sort of as a reference point. So first off, I'm putting it back to the normal screen there. You can see that I've got my phone, my maps, and I've got now playing, so you can see that I've got yellow in the background, and then you just go back into the main screen there. And the other thing that I really liked about this unit, also you can do split screen. So here we go, now the song playing here, and if I had the mapping up and running, that would be showing at the moment. So it's a very, very cool unit, and I think if you're looking for the latest, I mean this has only just come out, so, and it's very responsive on the actual buttons here. So you can see I can go into the phone settings, and there's the back to the main screen. So that's also, while I'm thinking of it, you can see there I've got all my phone lists. You can see recent history, contacts, keypad, so you can actually dial straight in, and then I can go back to the split screen again, which you can just see there. And no, I certainly am very, very happy with this, and just having a look at some of the settings on here. So let's just go back to the rear end of the unit, and I think I'll just stop that for now, so we don't want that going. So let's just go around the back of the unit. So around the back, you can see here on the back of the unit we've got RCA. So I'm going to swing the unit around so you can see the back of it. So we can see in here we've got front, rear, subwoofer out. You've also got AV in, AV out. The other thing that I really did like obviously about here is we've got the steering wheel control, your camera inputs, the USBs, which you can see here. The other thing that I thought was very cool with this unit, you can also power, and also there's your Wi-Fi aerial, which is on the back here, and of course that's where your GPS will go, and of course the fixed plug. So the main thing that I really love, which if you've got a car that's already got amplification in the vehicle, in the settings area on this unit, you can go in and actually turn off the you can go and turn off the actual amplifier built in, which is pretty cool. So effectively you're not using the power inside the unit. You use, if you've got a 4-channel amp and a subwoofer or a 5-channel amp, you just turn the internal amplifier off and then just utilize your own amplifier on it. So very well thought through, and as I said, I think take my hat off to Massive Audio again. Fantastic unit. I have actually been trialing this unit in one of our demo cars over the last few weeks, and sound quality is fantastic. Usability is fantastic. Once you Bluetooth to the unit, it'll automatically ask you, would you like to use the Wi-Fi? You select yes, and it just does it all for you. So it is a sensational unit. On the front screen, so you can just go straight into your Apple CarPlay, straight into Android if that's what you want to do. And then in that settings area, I'm just seeing if I can very quickly do that. I think it was in the audio area. You can see here all your subsonic stuff as you roll up here. See, internal amp is selected on. If I tap that, I've now turned the internal amp off. So if there is no sound, you may well have accidentally turned the amplifier off, and that'll be the cause of it. So as I said, it really is very simplistic, easy to use, and it also, what I also loved about the front and rear camera, it has a power source to power the front camera, a power source to power the rear camera. So if you're parking the car, you can obviously turn on the front camera to see where you're going for parking, or you can put the reversing camera on for reversing. It'll automatically do the reversing obviously default in the unit, so if you put it into reverse, it will bring up the reversing camera. I think it's a great added benefit that it actually does power the front and rear cameras and controlled by the head unit, so you can use that as a parking aid. And again, I think that's a fantastic feature. But if you'd like to find out more information about this unit, maybe just talk to your local dealer. As the information becomes available, the owner's manual will be on their website or on the 2 websites I mentioned before, and that information will be there. But seriously, this is a seriously good unit. I think in this part of the world they're about between 1100 to 1199, and that is a very well spec'd unit. Sound quality, the speed of its wireless connection is incredible, and if you want to use the cable, you can. It really is a fantastic unit. So I hope you've enjoyed today's product preview, and again, thank you for tuning in to AB Sound Advice, and we'll see you next time.